welcome to my channel. Today is going to be a bit of a different video. It's going to be a vlog, a 2-day vlog, because I'm going to the USA Indoor Track and Field Championships in Staten Island, and I am so excited. Today is day one. I'm at home right now. It's about a 4-hour drive, so we're going to leave in like 2 minutes. But here's the fit. I have some Team USA shirts, but they're all like tank tops, so I decided to just go with this little Go Team one. And I have some like cute little face decorations that I'm going to put on as well, but I'm going to wait because it's such a long drive. So I also don't have any makeup on right now, so I apologize for all of this. But yeah, I am super excited, and I'll see you there. I am now coming to you from voiceover mode because I don't want to talk to myself all day and sound like an absolute crazy person. Also, it's kind of loud in there. The ride wasn't as long as I thought, but I did my makeup. I did the same makeup on both days, but I thought it was really cute. I used temporary tattoos and then this like special marker to do the other ones. Then we got to Ocean Breeze and got to our seats. Although we did change seats a couple times because there weren't too many people there on day one. The first thing we saw were the race walks. The music choices that they had during these made me and my dad both kind of burst out laughing. They were playing like Walking on Sunshine and all that, which I just thought was really funny. And then the 800 heats, these are so tactical. I actually think it's amazing. Like, I'm not a very tactically strong runner. I just sit and kick like an idiot because I am one. But especially in these shorter distances where tactics play such a huge role, I'm like, literally, how do you do that? Because I cannot. I am literally incapable. And yeah, it was just, the atmosphere was really great. You can see like in the bottom, that's where I got most of my autographs. I had this big hat you'll see later, and that's what I had autographed. But when they would come down the chute, especially on day one, you could get autographs. And this was the women's 3000, which I think the 3000s were definitely the highlights for me. I'll put the results up on the screen for the events I do show. I'm not showing every event just because. And then afterwards, I literally got to take a picture with Nikki Hiltz, the winner, and they are amazing, and they're literally an icon. So that was definitely the highlight of my weekend, I would say. And then was the pentathlon 800. I always think this is so interesting because you could say every race is a battle between you and the clock, but especially at like championships, a lot of times it is between you and other runners versus you and the clock. BU is what you versus the clock is for. But in pentathlon, you really do see you versus the clock, even in the US champs and stuff. So I always think it's interesting to watch. And this race was really fun. I just love to watch 800s. Don't like running them, but I like watching them because the tactics are just so interesting. 8 and 15 are some of the most tactically interesting races, at least indoors. Outdoors, when we get to like the 5 and 10, I do also love those. I'm a distance girly, okay? At heart and by heart, I will always be a distance girly. So that is what I like to watch. And check out the sprint finish. Okay, pentathletes have so much speed. I feel like they don't get enough credit. But anyways.
Answer more than that quickly. What was your favorite event from today?
Everything else was okay. It was yeah, lunch was
That's what it's about. So what's happening, everyone? You're a champion in the pentathlon. Congratulations.
I thought I'd leave that interview clip in because I thought it was cool. I recorded some of like the winners' interviews just because I thought they were fun, so I recorded them. This was the 400 heats, I think. I loved watching the 400 final on day 2, but the heats are also really interesting. Again, the tactics. I would say it is really interesting to watch these smaller fields in the heats, especially when it comes to like the 4 and 800, because of like the indoor format. Like this heat had 3 people in it, which is crazy. Like you would never see that in an outdoor heat, but I think it's so interesting, and it makes it just tactically, I don't know. I feel like it just makes it so different tactically, and it's really interesting. I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over. I don't know how to commentate this. But overall, the atmosphere was also just really fun, especially when it came to the jumps and like doing the claps and everything. I love that. That's one of my favorite parts of meets. I just absolutely, the atmosphere is so fun, and it's like casual, but it's just, it's a good atmosphere. And there's not that separation that you have during hockey games, which I think is fun. Like, there's not the glass in between you, unless you go to the track at New Balance. Don't even get me started on that track. And then this was I think this was 400 heats, Vernon Norwood. Literally seeing half these people in person was literally insane. And then this was the men's 3,000, like the runouts. This was one of the most fun races in my opinion also. I don't know. I'm a distance girly, like I said, so I love to watch a good tactical distance race. And that's definitely what this was. It started out a little slow and a little bunchy, but I feel like it got stringed out fairly quickly. And it was just a really interesting watch. All these races honestly were. Me and my dad were both a little worried we'd be bored on this day because it was like 6 hours of watching people run, but we were not bored at all. And of course, the GOAT Hobbs Kessler came in first, and I got his signature on my hat, which is what I was reacting to in that clip of me being like over the moon. That's what I was talking about. And then this was the 60-meter hurdles. I also think it's interesting because of all these windows, like how much the vibe changes like when it gets dark out, because it truly did like have such a different vibe in the dark, which I thought was really interesting. And also, I don't know if this is an indoor meet thing or something I just never noticed because there's commentators, but they have them sit in the blocks for such a long time in both the hurdles and the like 60 flat. I noticed this. I don't know if I just have never noticed because I usually have the commentators going and that kind of makes it seem less, but yeah. And of course, Messiah Russell won with a new world lead, and that was the end of day one. And here's some other pictures of autographs I got. Grant Holloway, Alexis Holmes, Chase Jackson, and Katie Moon. Oh, and there's another one. That was a race walker. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember all the race walkers' names. Please don't come at me. Caitlin Toohey, I think that was. And this was the hat after day one. And here was the day two fit. I got that shirt at the store, like the little USATF store, and it was so cute. I did my makeup and everything the same way. And we sat in like more or less the same spot. This day got off, like started a little slower for sure. They did some high school events and they had like the heptathlon pole vault going. But they also had the high jump. I love watching high jumpers. I don't get how they do it. The second I have to look at something or do something that's behind me, I just freak out. Like, I cannot handle it. But there were also a bunch of like high school relays and stuff, which was really fun to watch. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about exhibitions. They're kind of 50-50 for me. And then the 60-meter heats, I cannot believe that they can run heats and finals in the same day. It's absolutely insane to me. And Alexis Holmes, of course, the 400 champion. Is anyone surprised? Hell to the no. We will never be surprised about that. I got a lot of like the reactionary clips, kind of. And Josh Hoey, a freaking national record, which was absolutely insane. Everyone was cheering so loud that we couldn't hear what kind of record it was. We thought they just said meet record, and then we were like, oh my god, no, it's literally a national record. And here was him posing with his beautiful American record, which is insane. 143? That's me.
Man, what got into that?
I mean, it's been a really, really long time commitment, so there are a lot of people that sort of given up on us, and I have that core group of my family, my coaches from home that have really just stuck with me and put a lot of faith in me and my brothers, and so, yeah, I mean, this is a combination of a lot of hard work and a lot of time to struggle, but it's all.
I figured I'd leave that little clip in too because it's just amazing. It really just is. And it was absolute chaos as well. While the long jump was going on. I thought this was really funny. I don't watch a lot of high jump, I'm not gonna lie, so I don't know who this guy is, but I think it's pretty badass to jump with a literal bucket hat on. I love bucket hats. Like, if I was gonna high jump, I would do it in a bucket hat. I can't stand sand, so I will never be a high jumper, but I could see doing it in a bucket hat, and I'm pretty sure that guy got like second or third place. But you can see down there, it definitely was a lot more crowded. Like, there were a lot more people when it got to the afternoon on day two. So I was glad I had gotten a lot of autographs on day one. And this was the women's 1500. And of course, the icon, Nikki Hiltz. They are absolutely amazing, and they took it. for the double, which was really cool. I got to see 2 distance doubles. Here's the second one right here. Mr. Hobbs Kessler, absolutely insane, man. And then the 60 meters, Ronnie Baker. Is anyone surprised? No. And anyways, that was my time at USA's. It was literally amazing. And I got so many